A recent cover story of New York Magazine, it profiled a woman who had her children when she was 52. And the story has people asking the question, how old is too old to be pregnant? We put a Facebook poll out there because we wanted to know what you thought. 14% said over 35 is too old. 46% said 40 is too old. 33% 50, and then 6% said, you know what, you're never too old to be pregnant. Which begs the question, is there an age?
From a medical standpoint, there never really is too old because as parents, really what children need is love. And actually, it's been moving to older and older. It used to, now the new, the new 20 or the new 30 is the new 30 in pregnancy. Women used to have babies more when they're in their early 20s. Now they're having them more into their 30s.
Lisa, is it because of what you're able to do medically, or because they're just fitter and younger?
No, it's because women are putting off childbearing for their careers and going after their dreams, and they can do that now, and so they're putting those first and then having their family, which is very different.
But Lisa, on top of that, I think Wendy touches something that's very important. I mean, people in general, I think, are more healthy. We're living longer, that 50 is still young. I think it's important to mention, though, that if you get pregnant at an older age, there's risks.
There are risks, but if you're healthy, as with almost anything else, then you're probably going to carry a healthy pregnancy, because there are some younger women who have more medical problems and are more unfit. They shouldn't have kids. So, you know, it goes both ways. If you're healthy and you're fine, the thing is more about the eggs as you get older.
That was my question, because I've heard you talk about a biological clock. So I'm 37. I have friends that are around my age, and they're talking about freezing their eggs because they're thinking that once they're past 35, everything goes bad in there.
And that's true from a fertility standpoint.
And sperm, too. Old sperm ain't so hot.
It is. It absolutely is. You're absolutely right on that. And that's because more genetic disorders come up as we get older, as far as the eggs, and the probability of you actually fertilizing an older egg. But as long as you can take care of that either with egg donors, you know, then there's no problem.
But I have a question for you, Lisa. In terms of these older women getting pregnant, I think there's more counseling that you have to do and tell them, like, okay, you're going into this at a certain age. You're at higher risk of having problems. And we are going to test your DNA makeup, your chromosomes on your baby.
Well, that depends on if it's her own eggs or if it's donor eggs. If it's donor eggs, it's different. Then the genetics doesn't play a factor from an older woman. If a 50-year-old woman is carrying a woman's babies who's had eggs that are 30-year-old, then that DNA, that goes out the window.